Hello, adventurers. It's your man Zero here, your favorite hero. Guys, Nungal's debut banner is just around the corner. She is already in our pool, but let's take a look at her and see exactly what weapons were going to be good for her, what skills she has, and what tarot cards you need to start grinding now to best prepare for her. Let's check it out. Alright, so this is just a little quick video from X, just compiled together, and you're going to be able to see what her kind of main super skill looks like. So it looks pretty sweet. Next, let's go over the trait. So her main trait is Elite Sniper. This trait changes Nungal's P attack into M attack. So that means that she has a combined P attack and M attack, which is insane as you can imagine. And every tile that Nungal is between her and her target, that actually increases the amount of damage that she's going to be able to output. So she can deal a crazy amount of damage, especially with the combination of P attack and M attack. Those numbers are going to be substantial. If Nungal does not move before attacking, her range will increase even further, which is a very cool stat to have if you are going to be using her as a backup support. First, in skills, we have Quick Reload, which is a support instant skill. This skill restores Nungal's energy and reduces the cooldowns of all her skills by 1 round, and allows her to use Deadly Aim without preparing for 1 round. So as you can imagine, super beneficial. Next, we have Deadly Aim. This is a single target attack. Nungal prepares for 1 round unless you use Quick Reload, and then deals damage to the enemy. This attack ignores block, and if you are attacking an enemy with Hangman's Mark, Nungal gains crit after dealing crit damage and clears that Hangman's Mark on the target. Next, we have Sniping Stance. This is a support instant skill. This skill allows Nungal to gain the Sniper Stance, which increases her maximum range, attack power, and crit rate. However, she is unable to move while she is in this stance. So utilizing this skill again, Nungal can deactivate the Sniper Stance. Sense of Purpose is a passive. When attacking the enemy with Hangman's Mark, Nungal gains bonus for crit and crit damage. Additionally, she recovers energy when dealing damage. Next, let's hop over to the main sheet here and see exactly what skills that you should be focusing on, the weapons, and what tarot cards we should be using. Here's the main sheet in terms of the skills. So let's go over them. I'll actually point out which ones because I don't know the names of them, right? So I'll use an identifier here for you. The very first one that we should be focusing on is this one here. That one should be the first one that you focus. That's rank 1. When you move up to rank 3, you'll be focusing on actually trying to get both of these skills. So use your orbs in order to get both of these abilities. Next, at rank 5, you should be focusing on the quick step, or rather this picture that you can see here. Next, at rank 7, you should be focusing on this arrow. At rank 9, you should be focusing on your chest piece, and at 11, you should be focusing on trying to get both of these skills. They're going to be super valuable for you. Next up, let's go over the weapons that you should be focusing on. I'm only going to be showing you the weapons that are grindable, not the ones that are going to be from events and stuff like that, because I want to be able to make sure that you can get this gear. So let's go over that first weapon. All right, so here we have the steel crossbow. This crossbow ignores 12% of the target's defense. So as you can imagine, with crit and crit rate, that's going to allow you to do a massive amounts of damage to the enemy unit. This, of course, will be located in Weapon Trial 2. So you can grind out for this weapon. So get it up to the 5-star and you can avoid even more of the target's defense. Next up, we have our legendary bow, the Longbow of the Martyrs. This bow increases P attack by 2% after a single target active attack deals damage. It inflicts also Longbow of the Martyrs. And what Longbow of the Martyrs does is it causes a debuff. This debuff increases the damage taken to the enemy by 10%. This weapon is grindable, and you can grind it at Weaponry Trial 3. Now time for the third weapon that I have here on the roster, the Star Raid Crossbow. This bow increases crit rate by 6%, and if a single target active attack deals crit damage, there is a 50% chance to additionally deal 20% of P attack as piercing damage to the target, which ignores P defense and magic defense. So this weapon is probably the best out of the 3 weapons that you could probably put on her, and it is grindable, guys. You can get this weapon at Weapon Trial 3. So the nice thing about that is you can get that weapon plus the other one at the same time. So if you don't get one, you can get the other. So that's pretty solid. All right, and finally, the one piece of equipment that I found for accessories, well, it's going to be the Evergreen Pendant. The Evergreen Pendant is located in Weapon Trial 3, and its skill is when you're healed, there's a 50% chance to gain one level 2 attribute buff, which lasts for 2 turns. So that's pretty solid. Again, grindable, so that's pretty good, but I'm sure you're going to be able to get even better accessories other than this one. So this one will be good for the time being, but you can get better. All right, and finally, let's go over the 3 tarot cards that are suggested for Nungal. All right, so we have the Elegance of the Empress, which is a tarot that gives you a skill that after casting a skill on an ally, convert 1 debuff on the target into 1 level 1 buff, and it lasts for 2 turns. We also have a Verdict of Justice, which increases your crit rate by 15%. And finally, we have the Rays of the Sun, which, when attacking an injured enemy, ignores 20% of their defense. So, as you can imagine, I would suggest probably the Verdict of Justice or the Rays of the Sun, because who knows if you're actually going to be casting any skills on an ally, right? But you will very well need that crit and or be attacking an enemy that has already been injured. So you're going to be able to do a substantial amounts of damage there. All right, and that's it for this video. Thanks again to Sealing Journey for all the information that really helps us. And hopefully you did like it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, adventurers. Be well. Don't forget to like and sub and subscribe. Take care, adventurers.